My name is Sheena with the Way of Namaste, and today I wanted to come on to share a little meditation aligning and attuning us with the wisdom of the archetype of the Hierophant, and sharing a little bit about this, which we can see in the tarot. The Taurus constellation is associated with the Hierophant card in tarot, and it's also associated with the throat chakra. Robert Edward Grant recently made a post showing the Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci and paying special attention to that Taurus symbol that's clearly illustrated within this beautiful and famous drawing. And the Taurus aligns the throat chakra. And here we are just bringing in this archetype of the Hierophant, which is associated with magic and with miracles, as we are coming into this Taurus full moon today. So I wanted just to share a little bit more about the meaning and the symbolism behind the Hierophant, and then give us an opportunity to tune in to the wisdom of our inner Hierophant and all that it has to share with us. So I invite us now just to fall into this moment, landing a little deeper, feeling our sit bones supported by the chair, the earth below us, feeling our breath getting a little deeper. Feeling the release of something so that we can drop in a little deeper. So the Hierophant is often depicted as a spiritual leader or a teacher. It represents tradition, spiritual guidance, and the transmission of sacred knowledge. This card acts as a bridge between the divine and the earthly, offering wisdom and structure to seekers on their spiritual path. So when we think about this card, we may think about spiritual authority. And as we tune into our inner Hierophant, I invite us to tap into our spiritual authority. This is the one that embodies the wisdom of established traditions, religious institutions, or ancestral teachings. This is the one that plays both the role of student as well as teacher. This card reflects the dual role of being the learner and the teacher. And it encourages seeking guidance from mentors and elders, or becoming a guide for others. This card emphasizes the importance of rituals and practices and systems that provide a sense of order and grounding. In the Red Road Guide to Wellbriety, and in some other traditions, they refer to God as good orderly direction. And the Hierophant is the one who embodies the truth of this direction through its sacred rituals that it practices and teaches others. So this is a card around higher wisdom. Beyond the formalities of tradition, the Hierophant points to deeper spiritual truths, accessible through devotion and through study. And so when we pull this card in the tarot, an upright meaning for this card would be seeking spiritual guidance or mentorship, embracing traditional values or practices, connecting with a community or shared belief system, and learning from established wisdom. In some practices of tarot, people choose to play with the reverse meaning, where if you pull a card and it's flipped over, that it would have a contrasting message. And so if you were to pull a reverse Hierophant, some of the things to be thinking about would be questioning authority or traditional beliefs, breaking free from conventional systems, or seeking personal spiritual truths outside of established norms, breaking out of the matrix. So there's a connection here. The Hierophant is closely associated with Taurus, this earthly, grounded zodiac sign that's known for its connection to stability, to sensuality, and to our material world. Right now, during this Taurus full moon, we're amplifying the themes of security, of pleasure, and the tangible comforts of life. So here's how this tarot archetype from our hero's journey plays into our connection with the Taurus full moon. So I invite this ritual now, this meditation, for us to tune in to the Hierophant within us, so that we can learn from the teacher within us as the student. So because both the Hierophant and the Taurus emphasize grounding these spiritual insights into the physical realm, these teachings are encouraging us to find sacredness in everyday rituals and material stability. So what we practice every day matters. When we create a devotional ritual, we add magnitude and strength through the regular practice. By doing it, we're not talking the talk, we're walking the walk. This is what the Hierophant does, it walks the walk. We're focusing on traditional values and traditions when we think about this archetype. Taurus cherishes stability, loves the comforts of tradition. And so the Hierophant under this Taurus full moon invites in reflection on the practices and beliefs that provide us with a sense of security and purpose. Illuminating wisdom and abundance, this full moon in Taurus highlights themes of abundance and self-worth. So paired with the Hierophant, this is a time now to consider how spiritual and material abundance can coexist harmoniously. And this is about embodied spiritual practice. The Taurus teaches us to find beauty in the physical world, and the Hierophant complements this by guiding us to integrate spiritual wisdom into tangible daily practices, such as mindful eating, appreciating nature, or creating sacred spaces like altars at home. So right now, in this beautiful energy, the Hierophant and the Taurus full moon together are encouraging a deep reflection on how tradition, spiritual wisdom, and earthly pleasures intersect in our lives. And this combination calls for a harmonious balance between honoring the old while cultivating spiritual growth in grounded, practical, evolved ways. So I'd like us now to drop into this meditation together, receiving wisdom from the Hierophant. If you haven't already, I invite you to settle into a quiet and comfortable space, maybe closing down your eyes, just beginning to become aware of your breath. Let's go ahead and take in a deep breath invite you now to picture yourself standing before a grand temple. The structure is ancient, carved from stone, with intricate symbols adorning its walls. A sense of reverence washes over you as you step inside. The air is cool and still, filled with the faint aroma of sacred incense. You feel all of your senses heightening as you breathe in and out. At the heart of this temple sits the Hierophant, this figure of timeless wisdom and authority. They're calm, radiating a quiet kind of power. Their eyes seem to look right through you, seeing not just who you are, but the deeper truths of your soul. You're invited to approach, and as you come closer, you feel both humility and curiosity. The Hierophant gestures for you to sit before them. In a voice that resonates deeply, they begin to speak. I am the bridge between the seen and the unseen, the teacher and the taught, the keeper of sacred traditions. My wisdom is not mine alone, but drawn from the collective knowledge of those who came before. Today I share with you truths that will guide you on your path. You take a moment now to absorb these words and allow them to settle in your mind. The Hierophant continues, offering their teachings. Seek wisdom beyond the surface. True understanding requires patience and depth. Be willing to explore, to ask questions, and to learn from the teachings that life offers you every single day. Honor the traditions that ground you. Rituals and practices connect us to something greater. Whether it's family or community or the divine. These structures are here to provide a foundation in times of uncertainty. Know that you are both student and teacher. In one moment you learn, and in another you guide. Embrace both roles with humility, recognizing the value of shared collaborative growth. There is no hierarchy with the Hierophant. There is a round table. There is a collection of voices, and no one is more important than the other. Because here we do not judge, perspectives as both student and teachers, recognizing the value of being both. The keys to higher wisdom always lie within you, and they've always been here. You will never not be without everything that you will ever need inside you. While I may guide you, the journey to truth is yours alone. Trust your inner compass, for it will lead you to what you seek. As your questions shift, so will your reality. The Hierophant now invites you to ask a question. So here in this beautiful energy, with all of this wisdom available to you, what is it you seek to understand? Formulate your questions clearly in your mind, or speak it aloud. The Hierophant listens with patience and offers a response, not always in words, but perhaps as an insight, a feeling, or a symbol. Take a moment now to receive this wisdom. What do you notice? How does it resonate with you? When the time feels right, the Hierophant offers a final message. Walk your path with faith and intention, and remember, you are never alone. Even the word reminds us that we are all one. The wisdom of the ages walks with you. And with that, you gently nod, signaling your time together is complete. You bow in gratitude and slowly rise, stepping back toward the temple's entrance. And as you leave, you carry their wisdom with you. Feel the strength of their teachings within your heart. Bring your awareness back now to the present moment by wiggling your fingers and your toes, and taking the deepest breath that you've taken all day. In through the nose. And when you're ready, and only when it feels ready for you, softly and gently open your eyes and begin to become aware of the seat you're on and the room that you're in. And I invite you now, just before you rush off into the next thing, maybe just taking a moment to journal about your experience. What did the Hierophant share with you? And how can